WerewolfLydia here, and welcome back to a new action figure review on my channel. So first of all, before I start, I'm so sorry about the glare. I know you can see me on the box of the figure, but I just couldn't find a right angle to avoid that. But don't worry about it, you will be able to see the box and everything in just up close in just a second. But first I want to tell you of what I'm making a review today. So this is again from the Alien series, and this is from the the third Alien movie, and this is the dog Alien. And yeah, so now let's take a closer look at the actual box so you don't have to stare at me any longer. So starting with the top of the box, as you can see, it says Alien 3 on it. And it's a full windowed box, and you can see the dog alien curled up inside there. And this is the brown version, by the way. There is also a gray version available, and also you can see that it has a stand included, which is kind of interesting. I haven't seen anything like that before. And here on the bottom it says dog alien, ages 17 and up. And by the way, this figure was released this year, so in 2016. It's a brand new figure from NECA. And now on the side you can see a picture of the alien, and I think on the other side it's the same. Oh no, it's not the same picture, I was wrong, sorry. And by the way, these are pictures of the actual figure and not taken from the movie. And here's the back, again a picture of the alien. And by the way, I'm going to put some pictures of the box in the end of the video so that you can see stuff without the glare as well. So stay tuned for that. Also available, you can see Ripley there, and maybe that's the gray version, I can't really tell. So here is what it says on the back of the box. After narrowly escaping LV-426, Ripley and the remaining crew of the USS Sulaco enter hypersleep for the long journey back to Earth. But a crash landing leaves Ripley alone and stranded on the maximum security panel planet Fiorina, Fury 161. She's surrounded by inmates whose double Y chromosome makes them the most violent men in the galaxy, but there's something far more dangerous lurking in the shadows. Something that may have been in her escape pod all along. So it's no big surprise for those who have seen the third Alien movie, but it's a little bit of a cool synopsis back there. So yeah, that's about it for the box, and this is one of those really hard to open boxes that I really hate, but I just have to struggle with it a little bit. So yeah, now I'm going to open this bad boy, and let's see up close his little details. So be right back. So here he is out of the box, and as you can see, he comes with a stand, which is pretty I know unusual for these kind of figurines, and it's because he can't really stand on his own, and you can see probably why. It's because of his legs. You know, he hatched, I guess I can say it, he hatched from a dog, and that's why he has a similar structure to a dog, especially on his legs. And because of that, because of the mold, he can't really stand on his own, and you will be able to see that in just a second up close. And by the way, he does not come with any kind of accessories beside the stand. And by the way, the stand is kind of I don't know, kind of annoying. It's really hard to pose him on it, and he can really easily fall off if you don't pose him in the right way. So I'm not a big fan of it, but I just have to deal with it, because otherwise he cannot stand on his own. So now let's take a closer look at the figurine. So I'm just going to scan it through with the camera, because I can't really say anything about his anatomy. He is just really cool, and you can see all the little details. So it's a really interesting thing. On his head he has this transparent piece, and that looks really cool. And now you can see that he is much more skinnier than the usual aliens. He has 4 fingers, which are posed in a kind of like a grabby way, and these are his legs, and you can see what I was talking about. He actually has some little paws, or the bottom of the paws, I guess I can say that, on his feet, which are pretty cute actually, and because of that he can't really stand. I will show you the articulation in just a second, and there you can see his long tail, which has this blade looking thing on it at the end. And I will also do I will compare him to the other alien figures that I have. So this is the side view, this is the back view, and you can see he's missing those pipe looking things from his back, but you will be able to see that when I compare him to the other ones. And he's kind of dark on the camera, I'm sorry about that, but I can't help it, he's brown. And a front view of his pretty face. Now for his articulation, he is a pretty posable figure, as I said before, but the only downside is that he is really hard to make him stand. So you can move his head to the sides and a little bit up and down too, but not too much. And of course you can open his mouth, and his inner jaw just simply pops out, which is really cool. And you just have to push that back in and close the mouth. Now he also has articulation in his upper body. It's on a ball joint, as you can see, and he also has articulation in his arm. In his, it's actually, I think it's a, yes, it's a double joint in the elbow and in the wrist. He also has articulation in his legs, and it's again on a ball joint because you can move it to the sides too, and a double joint on his knees. You can see the 2 screws there, and also in the lower legs, I guess I can say that, a joint here, and in his feet, and also here are the little paws, which are really cute. I don't know why he has holes in his feet. I guess you can put him on other kind of stands as well, not just the one that he comes with. And also his tail, it's on a wire, so you can pose it any way you want it to, and it's pretty easy to do so. So that's about it for his articulation. So as you can see, I got one of my alien xenomorph warrior figures here, and by the way, I already did a review on, well, not this guy, but 2 of the with the same mold as he has. It's the Genocide 2-pack, and I already did a review of that 2-pack on my channel, so you can go ahead and watch it if you haven't seen it yet. So yeah, this is the regular alien, and this one is the dog one. and you can see that they are quite different. Besides the color difference, this one stands a little bit taller than this one, and it's probably because of the different legs. And as you can see, this one is a more chubbier version, while this one is really skinny. This one is lacking that I don't know, that transparent headpiece, and his head is actually longer than his, and the jaw structure is different, and yeah, you will be able to see that in just a second. I will show you a close-up. Also some other differences, those pipe looking things that he has on his back, they are missing here. I'm not sure if that's what he uses to breathe. I may be wrong, I don't know, but I guess because he came out from a dog, he has a little bit different I don't know, anatomy, and well, he obviously has, but you know, he probably breathes in different way. And by the way, he has 4 fingers, while this one just has 3, and that blade looking thing from his arm is missing here. His arms and limbs are longer than this one, and of course the legs are different, way different, and the tails as well. So this one has a much longer tail with that blade looking thing on it, while this one does not have that. So yeah, it's they are similar. You can see that they are same species, just with some really different anatomy features. And yeah, so let's take a closer look. So yeah, here you can see that how his head looks and how his head looks, and the jaw is his jaw is much smaller, and the teeth are actually smaller too. I think his head is more detailed and has that wire looking like thing going on there. Also on the shoulder, that other wire looking thing, and his is really different from that. And yeah, so he's much more skinnier. I don't know if you can see that. And again, the hands are probably one of the closest things, but you know, as I said before, he only has 3 fingers, while this one has 4. And of course the legs. So yeah, it's really interesting, and I really like it. I guess I think I like the dog alien a little bit better. I don't know why. I think it just looks really cool. And yeah, so that's about it for the comparison. So that's about it for my review of the dog alien from the Alien 3 movie. And tell me down below in the comments, what do you think of him? I think he's pretty cool, although again, it's kind of annoying with the stand that you can really pose him in different ways, because he will just fall off. You know, this is kind of like the standard pose that you can put him in. But yeah, so that's just a little bit of a downside of this figure, but otherwise he's really cool. And also, if you liked my review, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for my channel for more toy and dolls and other kind of figure reviews. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!